Are you one of those people that thinks that being a millionaire means financial security? Is that really true? Let's uncover the truth about millionaires and what real financial independence looks like. Hi, my name is Garrett Lynch, and I help people become financially free through passive real estate investing. So, what do you think of when you hear the word millionaire? I'll tell you what most people think. They're thinking about somebody with a lot of toys, like houses, cars. They're flashy. They have unlimited amounts of cash that they can just spend at will. Highly successful people like CEOs, doctors, lawyers, sales professionals. And these are what people would call, you'd actually call this a paper millionaire. They have a lot of assets. Their wealth is derived from a bunch of assets that may or may not be worth that much, or maybe they're worth a lot, but they have too many of them. They have to go into debt in order to be able to afford payments on those things. They're still living paycheck to paycheck, although their income is really high. They're in a really tough spot because they're one recession away from financial ruin. As the market downshifts, maybe some of their investments go down, but then a lot of their assets take longer to sell. And so they can't sell out of them. They get stuck. All their assets are worth less. And the next thing you know, that they're broke. So this is a lot different than a true millionaire that has investments and security. Paper millionaires are not going to make it. They're one downturn away from ruin. So believe it or not, at one point in my life, I actually was also living this paper millionaire lifestyle. I had more money than most, but I was also just blowing through it on things to make myself look more wealthy than I actually was. I lived in a sick place. I had a ton of toys that I drove around. I would go out clubbing and spend money on bottle service and spend exorbitant amounts of money. I would go on lavish trips. I was doing all kinds of things to look the part. But really, I knew my financial situation, and I wasn't doing anything to increase my wealth over time. And I was really just being flashy with it. So I was actually just living paycheck to paycheck at that time as well, which is kind of crazy. Then I did discover something that worked. I figured out what it really meant to be a millionaire. And there was a shift that happened. What happened was I went on this long 100-day trip, and I came back from the trip. I was just doing whatever I wanted. I came back and I found out that I was actually super miserable being on that trip because I wasn't producing enough to the world. And I had to restart a business. So I knew I had to be more frugal. As I was watching my funds kind of dwindle, I started to pull back and learn how to save and then invest into specific things. And that helped a lot. So I was actually doing some of the things that mattered to help build my financial wealth. And then I really dove back into the vehicle that I knew the most about, which was apartments, with a new lens on. This time I wasn't going to be spending all the money that I was making. I was going to keep the gap between where I was spending and what I was making as wide as possible. I ended up living in just an average apartment while I was rebuilding the business that I had before. And I started to invest all the money instead of buying a house, actually reinvesting it back into the business and into the apartment complexes that I was buying. And so what I started to see was that I was accumulating all these shares and it was growing and building. And it really put me in a different mind space than I was before. I mean, I had this before, I was like, get it quick, spend it, make it again. And a lot of people live that way. And it's really a tough way to live because you're always trying to keep up with people and you're trying to do the next big thing that is flashy and doesn't really represent true wealth. Now, when I look at those people that are doing something similar, I can recognize them right away. I'm like, that guy probably doesn't have real money. They're wearing Gucci everything or whatever it is. You can kind of pick those people out. It's like the flashier people are, the more they're trying to act like they're rich. And so I just realized the pitfalls of being a paper millionaire, what that looked like. And then I made that shift. So the big difference is there's what's called an income millionaire. The income millionaire invests into passive investments that create cash flow for them so that they can go and live their lifestyle that they want to live, and it's covered every month. So the funds come in each month without them actually having to do anything. They're making money while they sleep. One of the best investment vehicles for this are actually apartment complexes. And you can put money into an investment there. You get the benefits of appreciation if the market's going well, cash flow from the people paying the rent, and then also what's called depreciation, which is a tax benefit. So you're kind of hitting three different angles all at one time with predictable exits. And so that is one vehicle that really stands out. There's others out there. There's mobile home parks, there's self-storage, there's things like that that exist, but turning into an income millionaire is really where you want to go, where you make money, you put it into an investment, let it sit and pay you money monthly or quarterly or whatever it is. And that is the best type of millionaire to be. So it's just a simple shift. Just think like this. Would buying a bigger house make me happier, or having consistent streams of income make me happier? Would buying that exotic car make me happier in this moment, or would investing a few more dollars into something that's actually producing income, then I can go pay for that exotic, make me happier, right? So you can still afford these things, you can still get them, but you got to put chunks of your money into these passive investments first, so that you can afford to make the payments or whatever else on the other things that you buy, that you have the predictable cash flow coming in. Then you can just shift around whatever toys you have or whatever it is, you can shift around your spending, and maybe you want to spend less and just reap all the benefits from that passive income. Maybe you want to spend more and then push for more passive investments to cover yourself there. But the key is always having coverage through your passive investments so your lifestyle doesn't get way out of control and it's more difficult for you to go broke. I think that this is really a key way to go about investing. And I've had friends that have made this shift where they were just working their 9 to 5, but they're making a good income. They started to now invest more money into apartment deals or into self-storage or other avenues that make passive investments. But apartments are really the easiest to understand, and they're really in my opinion, the best asset class that you could possibly be in. So let me ask you, is your net worth safe from a recession? If you want to build reliable streams of passive income, then reach out to us at nighthawkequity.com/invest-now, or just go to nighthawkequity.com and click join the investor club button. You can set up a call with us to see if it's the right fit for you to get into one of our investments. You get to invest alongside the pros, aka us, and it's really can change your life. And so just schedule a call with our team. We look forward to seeing you there.